farm today. I am actually preaching at a church at Wilburton, Oklahoma this morning, and I'm preaching again there tonight, about an hour away from my home. And so got somebody else taking care of the farm today. My wife is out and about. And anyways, I came in my downtime to a little place down here, Robbers Cave State Park. And I'm just hanging out down here, waiting on some people to get on live. And I'm sure there'll be somebody on here in a second. So for all you guys watching it later, you'll know where I'm at. Hang on, I'll be showing some of the sights here in a minute of the lake. There's a real pretty dam. Got a couple of folks in. Yeah, it's hard for me to see in the sunlight. Welcome in, welcome in. I am struggling to read. Looks like Joel? Not sure how to pronounce your name there, but I am glad you're here. I'm at Robbers Cave State Park outside of Wilburton, Oklahoma. And here we are down here. I'm going to be showing you some sights here from the lake and the dam and stuff in just a minute. Waiting on a few more folks to get online. And we'll do that in just a minute. Sure is a beautiful day out. I'll let you see the lake here behind me. Isn't that something? It's a pretty day in eastern Oklahoma. Makes for a pretty backdrop. Batista. Welcome. You guys enjoy what you're seeing. Turn you around, let you see some of it. Four folks on. Welcome. Glad you're here. Doing a little pop-up live here while I'm hanging out at Robbers Cave State Park. Western Fox, welcome in. Cameron, welcome in. Glad you're here. Hello. We are at Robbers Cave State Park, Wilburton, Oklahoma. It's in eastern Oklahoma. Just hanging out. See some cliffs up there and the rocks and stuff. Pretty cool looking stuff. I'll pull them up there where you can see them. Person could come and hike here. They rent paddle boats, and so you can see that. People rent paddle boats and stuff. A lot of people fishing this little lake. It's just a pretty place to come and hang out as far as that goes. Beautiful. Yes, it is, Cameron. Very beautiful. I've been coming here for a long time. You can see a guy over there just over the top of the dam. There's a guy in a canoe. You see him over there? It's a great day, eastern Oklahoma, to be hanging out doing this stuff. Beautiful. Warning. Keep off of dam. Well, I wouldn't dare. But I will stand beside the lake here. I'm really not on the dam. I'm standing here beside the lake. Been a good day to draw the fishing pole. Yeah, it does. It does make you think about sliding off of it. I was wondering what would happen. Of course, if you did slide off of it, it wouldn't end well. It turns into a little bunch of rocks and then into a beautiful little creek. I think I can walk around and show you some of the creek without getting out on the dam. Yeah, I can. There you go. Creek heads off down through there, through the rocks and the trees. Beautiful day. I saw some people hiking around there a while ago. It's It's a tough hike to get over there. Oh, not too tough. In your tennis shoes might be. What are you doing, Paul Case? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I preached at Bowers Baptist Church of Wilburton, Oklahoma this morning, and I preach again there tonight at 6 p.m. So I've got downtime in between. There's not a better place to do it than to come enjoy a little Robbers Cave State Park. On down a little ways, you can hike on some big rocks. That'd be a good place to do it live as well. But man, I saw this lake, saw the waterfall, and I thought, man, that'd be a good place to go do it live since some of our buddies are not doing that today. Hey, that's Robbie. I'm having a hard time reading these. Robbie, didn't catch you coming up. Oh, sunshine is bright. You been to Robbers Cave? Well, there's a good restaurant over here too. It actually was open today, but I had already ate before I got out here. It's pretty good. I about died here 40 years ago. I was dating my wife, and we had rented a paddle boat. You rent the paddle boats over here, and we were almost to the other side, and I decided to jump off that paddle boat, take a swim. I was a young man. They were big old aluminum paddle boats, not these little plastic things they have now. And I jumped off of that rascal, and I could not pull myself back in. And my buddy and his girlfriend at the time, they'd come up beside me, and they grabbed a hold of me and pulled me back up so I could pull in. Donna was pulling on me and on my arms, and my buddy had a hold of my drawer tails, and they pulled me. I think I'd have died. I don't know if I could have held on long enough for her to paddle back or not, but I was as tired as I've ever been trying to get myself back in that boat. I ain't gonna do that again. So for 40 years I haven't done it, so I probably will not. I probably will not jump off a paddle boat again. Sounds like a good idea. It was scary, to be honest with you. The Lord had other plans. Can y'all hear that water? Yeah, we were dating. That's the reason I knew it was 40 years ago. In May we will have our 40th anniversary. So it was right at 40 years ago we were dating. And I brought her a paddle boat. It was a good idea, except for the jumping off part. It does take your breath away, I'm sure. I didn't drown, so I wouldn't know. But man, I thought I was going to. Man, oh man, oh man. That water right there is something else. I think I have a nap in my future. Not that I'm being a fortune teller or anything like that, but I tell you what, it's a nice day. Nice day. Blue skies. Just something else. I'm glad I'm not paddling though. I'm too lazy for that. You can see the canoe over there on the other side. Yeah, what a beautiful day. Saw some guys with their boat, and they were out fishing a while ago. They wasn't catching, not while I was watching them. See some people over there having a picnic. Might be time to go introduce myself. See if they're having steaks or hot dogs. Might get myself invited. I have a nap in my future. Paul, you're speaking my language. Speaking my language. For sure, for sure. Yep. I see a dog walking his lady over there. I see a lot of that going on. Gives them dogs something to do, I guess. Man, oh man. They got a dock out there in the middle now. You can go out there and jump off. I wonder if they got a ladder to climb back in. I wouldn't do it without it. Warning, keep off dam. I don't have to cuss about it. Keep off. That's the gist of that sign. Oklahoma is a beautiful place. Yeah, I was on a text and everybody was talking about they weren't going live, and 2 or 3 of them for different reasons, and I thought, I think I could go live. Since I'm sitting here looking at this, I'll just share what I'm looking at. Pretty nice. I haven't canoed in a while. I'm gonna go to church after a while. They're gonna say, "Why is your shoes muddy?" Well, I just stepped in a mud hole. I think that's a young gal out there with that paddleboard. That's gonna make some muscles. I don't think old fat Greg could hold up to that. That's a lot of paddling. I'd get out there so far and try to figure out how to get back. I guess I could walk around the outside. That way I could take breaks. I'd paddle for a while and the carry me back. I'd paddle for a while and carry me back. Pretty. Oklahoma is beautiful. Paul, what time do y'all go to church? Six. That's what time this church. I guess it wouldn't hurt me to study a little bit here in a little while before I take my nap. Be ready. I don't like preaching 2 sermons in one day. Unless the second sermon's tied to the first sermon. You kind of have to like rethink all your thoughts. Well, you smart guys, y'all can do that. Yeah. Well, my church does not. The church I attend, they've got a 5 o'clock service. And with the 5 o'clock service, I don't get back a lot of times in time to make the 5 o'clock service. And so that's why I usually do make the 6 o'clock lives if I'm not in a service somewhere, or if I am able to get back. Sometimes I am able to get back in time and go to my church, but I still get out of church by 6, so I'm late, but I catch the 6 o'clock lives that way. Yeah, I'm with you. Paul, I have that young lady from your church that's communicating with me about coming and taking a tour. I'm sure you're aware of that. We're working on setting up a day for you guys to come to the tour of the children's home. She's actually texting me right now. I'll text her later. I just can't think of two subjects on the same day. I put so much into the first one, and so I have to. I mean, I'm ready for the second one, but it's today's is kind of. Luckily, it's a one-shot deal for me. I usually don't have to do that all the time like you do, so it's easier. We're going to talk about. This morning we talked about where Jesus said, I must be about my Father's business. And in the process of being Christ-like, that means that we too must be about our Father's business. And then tonight we're going to talk about the church, about them being about the Father's business and what that means. And we're just going to kind of do a little evaluation of everything that they do and make a list of it. And then we're going to talk about whether it's in-reach, outreach, or upreach worship. And so it's fun to look at the list. And most of the time when you do it, you find out that you're a little bit heavy on one thing or another. And I guess that's, I mean, whether that's good or bad, I think if all your efforts is going into stuff that's for us, you're probably missing the outreach part. And if all you're doing is outreach, then you probably need to look at some of the things in the church that you could do better. So it's kind of more of an evaluation type sermon, this service this evening. I enjoy doing that. That's good. That's good. I'm excited about that. I'm excited that you guys are coming. And we'll get a date on the calendar for the tour for exciting Southeast Baptist Church, Commerce, Oklahoma. Come down to Baptist Children's Home at Owasso. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. Got 5 people in here. You guys jump on there and say hello or something so we can know who you are. I know that 2 of them is Paul Case Farms and Robbie over at the Wild Huckleberry. Y'all go check their channels out. I'm going to set my camera down here. It'll be a little more steady for you. Can't see it that way though, so let's do something a little bit different. I'm gonna turn it around. Surprise! I'm gonna turn it around. Did we get any rain? Yes, rain, yes. Storms, no. The tornado went just north of the campus, and so Owasso campus, they didn't even get any limbs down, so it's a real blessing. Sure unfortunate for those that did lose property and homes, and a couple people lost their lives, I heard, in a different part of the state, but nonetheless, same series of storms that came through. But I'm getting over here where I can read. Yeah, Robbie, we're back and forth about 10 Killer. We really want to go to 10 Killer. We wanted to go to Central Arkansas. Friday night of that, I've got to go to the Baptist Home for Girls Fish Fry at Madill. That's on April 17th. I'll be going to that. We'll have the people that singing at Okie Expo are coming to the Baptist Home for Girls Fish Fry this year, Pearl and Grace Company. I'll be going to that on that Friday night. I just can't miss that. I did last year, and it was probably not the best, smartest idea for me to miss. But I'll be going to there. And then so Saturday we plan to go to Central Arkansas, and then 10 Killer on Sunday. But you know, we're going to miss so many people at 10 Killer. We're just back and forth about what to do. We haven't decided, but we really do want to go to Tin Killer. I'm gonna come in there and read, guys. That's what I'm doing. So I'm not trying to show off my pretty face. I don't have one of those. Hello, hello. I cannot read. Is that Rebecca? Hi, Rebecca. You can't see me in Conway. Okay. I may come. We'll see. Rebecca, welcome in. I'm at Robbers Cave State Park, down in Wilburton, Oklahoma. It's south of Tin Killer. You've been to Tin Killer. This is south of Tin Killer, about, oh my goodness, hour and a half, maybe a little more, probably closer to 2 hours south. Beautiful hills and lakes. On the other end of this park, some great big rocks. There's some rocks over here that's kind of like that. I can show you. Just on the other side of the dam, under that big pine tree. But these rocks on the other side are like things that you can walk up on and climb up on and stuff like that. Yes, that's true. Coming and seeing Robbie. Is Sonya going to be at Central Arkansas? Excuse me, guys. Oh, look there. I'm down to 3. I got 3 viewers. I can name all 3 of them. Assuming Paul Case is still there, and I bet he is. At least running in the background. I don't think he's napping yet. He's gonna have to start taking a nap pretty quick. You don't have time. She should be. Good deal. Good. Paul's here. Alright, so we're up to 4. I can name 3 of the 4. Robbie, Rebecca, and Paul. Who's number 4 in there today? Say hello, we'll know who you are. I'd love to say hi. Yep. Rebecca, touched by yarn. It's too hot for a yarn hat today, I'll tell you. It was cool this morning. I had my jacket on. But my goodness, this blue sky, everything, it is just beautiful out here. I don't know what the temperature is, but I would guess we're 70s, be my guess. I'm not in my truck, so I don't know. Yeah, I wish I had brought a fishing pole. I used to carry one, but then I'd stop, and if it wasn't catching fish, it's okay. But if I was stopping and I started catching a few, it was hard to get back in the truck and leave. So I got to where I didn't carry my fishing pole. We got a frost. Well, how about that? Not us. We didn't have frost. We were real cloudy this morning. I was dry. I say it's cloudy. It was fog, but like when a car would drive by, you could see it whirling around. So it was kind of like more like a cloud or something. It was real low into the ground. 64. 64. Man, I just think we're warmer than that here. I may be wrong. I have been before. Just in all honesty, I have been wrong. Paul would say he was wrong once. That was the time he thought he was wrong and he wasn't. Man, it's just pretty standing out here. I probably said that a few times today, but you know what? It's pretty out here. I went to go to the auction yesterday. They had that auction up at Inola had some insulation, and I need some insulation, but with a 3 or 4 inch rain coming through the night before, I thought, I don't want wet insulation, so I'm probably not. I just decided not to, and I stayed home, and I didn't accomplish much yesterday. But we're supposed to have days of rest as well, right? come up in the sermon this morning too. You know, we're supposed to have times of rest, and it's hard to sit down and do nothing for some of us. I mean, I'm even when I'm watching TV, I'm playing on my phone at the same time or doing something, you know, and some of that is because you feel guilty for just sitting there doing nothing. And especially when I look across my yard and see my office, Paul, and I know there's boards that need to be going up. And I've got a long ways on that building. I'm over halfway around, not counting the trim I've got to go back and do. I pulled off last week and did a little bit of, had a guy come do some electrical work. I had to help him. I dug a ditch. That's been the first time in a while I've dug a ditch. But we did that. Got electric roughed in. And so got to get insulation and boards up on the inside, and he'll come back and finish. My interior walls are going to be board. I bought some rough cut boards at an auction to finish the interior walls out with. But anyways, like I said, it's hard to sit around and do nothing. But my wife helped me to not do anything as much yesterday. There's always something to do. I've got lots of projects. I probably need to do a video on that sometime, projects, but then I'll be held accountable for all the stuff I'm not doing. So it makes me not want to do a video. Some of these projects have been on the drawing board for a while. And we make progress. It's just not great progress. It's been, Paul, I bought those siding boards off of you. Man, it's been over a year ago. And I'm just now getting them up. It was over a year ago. It was probably almost a year and a half ago. And I'm just now getting them put on the building. But man, they look good. I don't care. That's right. Paul case. I've got a gotta get ready for, I've got something I was wanting to bring to Tin Killer, talking about I don't care. I don't know if I'll get that done or not. We can get some new stickers ordered so I can have them for all the things. I'm going to Mid-America too. We got planned to go there. Of course, we'll go to Okie Expo. So we got things. We're planning to go to Ozark again this year. Robbie, have you ever been to Ozark? Ozark at have we met? Rebecca, touch my yarn. Yes, we met at Tin Killer last year. Yeah. Man, that Ozark, Robbie, that Ozark Expo, it's right up there with one of the best that I've been to. It's right there with Okie Expo. It's a hotter part of the year, they say. It's been pretty good the years we've been there. We've been there twice now, and we're going again this year. In fact, I've got the B&B reserved. I don't know, we just enjoy it going. It's a good time of year. There's some big pine trees and stuff there too, and we just we pack our lunches and stuff. We don't leave there at lunchtime, and we just go out to the truck and have a picnic. And the only food that we buy there is of course we do Okie Expo that way too. I just don't like standing in those lines and paying $8 for a hot dog, you know. Oh, I have at Okie Expo, the girls will be selling those hot dogs for $2. I've bought those before. But anyhow, we enjoy the expo, and they're usually different speakers. I could not tell you who's going there this year. I haven't looked ahead. My wife could tell you just like that who it is, I'm sure. Well, Rebecca, we just met that one time. I was there the year that your brother fell. Was that last year? Um, or maybe the only year I went to Ten Killer. I don't remember. But anyhow, yeah, we're coming to Ten Killer again, but I don't know if we'll be there Saturday and Sunday or just Sunday. We may come in just Sunday because I really would like to go to Central Arkansas. Here a few minutes ago, I was talking the other way, but I don't know. We're back and forth. I really would like to go to Central Arkansas. I hope that one does good. That'd be a good close one. Wouldn't have to get a room or anything. Don't have to get a room at Okie, but we do. Just because we enjoy hanging out there by the Friday night at Okie Expo. And Paul, and you guys, if y'all is in the area, Paul, you may not be coming to the expo, but y'all might come down and eat supper with us. We're gonna go to JL's that night, at that Friday evening of the Okie Expo, and there'll be several people. Donald and Lisa will be there. Of course, Robbie and Sonia. I would not be surprised that Jack and Dina don't show up. I know he's got a doctor appointment somewhere around in there. He may not be there that night, or he may be. Who knows? Man, there's a whole lot more. Robbie, you probably could name some more names, but of course, Ryan and them were there last year. Yeah, I assume they'll be there. Red Dirt Rooster Road will be there. Man, I don't know, a bunch. Robbie knows. He does? Robbie knows lots that I don't know. That's not new news. Robbie's a smart guy. He knows more than I know in his left hand or his right hand. Oh, you get to drive? Yeah. There you go. They're volunteering. Yeah, I'm not volunteering. If I volunteer, I won't get to go see all the speakers. Isn't that selfish? Of course, you don't have to pay to get in. That makes a good deal. But I don't know. I want to help at the same time, too. So maybe I'll help one day and pay one day. I don't know. They offer that. Okay. I was wondering. Yes, you do. Yeah, we're from Ten Killer. Man, it's hour or so, give or take a few minutes from home. And prior hour and 20 minutes or so. So not too far from home there. Central Arkansas, Conway is a little bit, but we're used to going to Conway anyways. We go to Conway. I'm gonna turn around and let y'all see the other part of the lake. Oh yeah, look at here, you can see me. I'll step over here that way again. Yeah, I don't mind spending the night. I just I like keeping my money, spending it on other things. I need to be spending it on some gardening. I need money, that's what I need. I need this YouTube thing to take off and start giving me some more money to spend. That would be awesome. Oh, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'll cash the checks, but if I get them, fine. If I don't, fine. I just enjoy getting to hang out with folks, visit with those on my YouTube. Let me get to the other side and see if I can read this better. No, that's a negatory. Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah. and there's something going to happen. Is Rebecca getting married at 10 Killer? Ooh, that would be big news. Man, I like fishing too. I didn't bring a fishing pole, so I'm just watching everybody else. Does it say David? David, we're glad you're here, David Snow. That's awesome. There was some people out there fishing a while ago. I don't see their boat now. They were doing some, I would guess they were bass fishing. They were standing up and trolling along the edges. Yeah, Robbie likes to fish, that's for sure. For sure. Behind the camera, the part you're not seeing, there's a little road. Having cars come by and people wave at me. I wonder what I'm doing sitting here talking to myself. That's fun. It's because I'm crazy, man. You have no idea, Rebecca. We like to have fun. That's for sure. We like to have fun. Man, we ain't got no leaves on the trees yet. Well, you know, this place is pretty in the fall too. All those below that pine tree is some hardwoods, and all those trees, and they kind of filter in through the pines. That's the ones that turn the yellows and reds and stuff. It's not northeastern United States pretty, but it's eastern Oklahoma pretty for sure. This is a nice place. That restaurant used to be really, really, really good. I don't know. It's okay now. There was a big debacle in Oklahoma with the Swadley's came in, and when it was Swadley's, it was excellent food, good barbecue. But I don't know, somebody did something political, and anyhow, Swadley's like to got in trouble over how much money they spent remodeling. They do have a really nice restaurant now. Anyhow, Swadley's is not here anymore. They lost their agreement, their restaurant rights, or whatever it's called, their lease. And now there's another restaurant in there, and it's okay. They're not as dependable on the hours. I mean, if you're going to get in a car and drive an hour to come somewhere, you need to know they're open. And they've not been as dependable. And I'm not the only one that says that. There's a lot of people that talk about that. It's a great place for a restaurant here at this lake. And a lot of people have come here for many, many, many years. I mean, I came here even as a boy. I remember my parents bringing me out here. And there was even a restaurant back then. And we would come and eat. And so anyhow, people growing up around here coming to this place. But anyways, maybe they'll get all that stuff lined out. You know, it's some of that first world problems. What restaurant is at the pretty lake? There's worse problems than that in the world, aren't there? Yep. About 39 minutes on the live. It's a lot more fun if I had other people in with me, but I don't know how to do that, and I'm not on any of those apps. I'm just on Facebook Live, so it is what it is. I probably need to figure out a time to do lives, but I don't think it'll be on a Sunday. My Sundays are too unpredictable where I'll be and when I'll be. Excuse me. So I'll have to figure that out, and maybe another night of the live. Some of those are unpredictable as well, but I need to figure something out. I'd like to be a part of the lives. Seems like every time I do a live, I gain a few subscribers, and that's good. I'm up to 310. I don't know if y'all watch any of my shorts. I've been doing a little bit different ones and stuff, and some of them I thought would be really, really good or really, really bad, and others of them are back. Well, I think it's good for me. I mean, if I have a short and it hits 1,000 views, I'm pretty happy. If it gets more than that, I've had a couple that's hit much more than that. I was really, really happy and don't understand really. But I had one the other night with the crickets. So the view was nothing. It was dark, but all the crickets and the frogs were singing, and it was just so pretty. I don't know that a lot of people get to hear that in the world, and it's just a cool thing about living in the country. But it didn't play very well with YouTube analytics or whatever. There was less than 200 people saw that one. I can't remember now what it was. It was 180 or something. You never know. You never know. Yeah, my Sundays are too full for sure. 311. Well, I'm not sure what that means. Paul Case Farm. But 311 to you too, I guess. That's not a bad thing, is it? I don't know. Paul wouldn't have said if it was bad. So 311 to you, buddy. 311. Are you talking about views? I was talking about that a while ago. Hear those motorcycles up on the highway? That's another thing. A lot of motorcycles in here. They come down through here, it's be loud. I'm down below the highway. 311 subs. You or me? If I got 311, then I've gained one. Yeah. Here comes those motorcycles. I'm probably gonna get loud for a second, guys. In fact, I'll turn you around and let you see them. Cool. I mean, tell you they're cool. They're right here, coming right up on us. How about that? Well, that's loud now, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen that one with the frost on it. 10,000 views. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. There's the motorcycle guys coming in. We'll go back to the dam. I can read the screen better. There we go. Well, I guess I need to keep talking with that music going on in the background. YouTube does not like that, especially when that's not my music. Yeah, I've never had a full-length video go like that. Of course, I hadn't done that many full-length, but mine don't get nearly that high, which it don't matter when you don't have 1,000 subs. But anyways, I'm not even close to hours or anything, which is another reason to do these lives, get those hours. Yeah, I wish you had bunches of them, Robbie. But it's like Johnny Gillen, man. When you start getting those people coming in like that and start watching, it seems like everything he does is bumping that big numbers. Not always. I looked at some of his numbers and they're high, and some of them are not. But a little bit different. A little bit different deal there when you got 100,000 people or whatever it is he's got signed up. I think he's got 100,000 subs, I think, in there, right? Anyways. Yep. All the old subs. Paul, what are you up to, subs? You know? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I did one the other day on that hardware store. It was a full-length video. And I don't remember what it did, but it wasn't even close to those kinds of deals. But you know, my thought is it might go crazy. I don't know. Can do hardware, Gravit, Arkansas. It was pretty fun place to go to. I took my grandchildren wanted to go there. We're 86 from 2000. Awesome. Man, you're getting there. You're getting there. There's a point out there that I think that you'd be kind of in a safe zone. I don't know what that number is. I know you look at, I saw Daniel Arms. He talked about that on a video just the other day. I don't watch him all the time. You can't watch them all, but he was talking about that he paid off that new property he got. It didn't seem that long ago, but he's already got it paid for, and he paid for it with YouTube money. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that can happen for anybody, and if it can happen to one, it could happen to Robbie and Sonia. That'd be awesome. I hope you guys get there. What he's doing is not much different than what you're doing. I mean, you got to the point that YouTube money's coming in. I'm sure that's what's buying the bulldozers and all the other stuff that he does. It kind of begins to pay for itself after a while. Tina and Eric, rain in here? I didn't see that. Howdy, y'all. Glad you're here. I'm at Robbers Cave State Park in Wilburton, Oklahoma. I've been showing around the lake. That's the dam of the lake right there. Got some motorcycle folks that's coming in next to me. I'll turn you around, let you see the lake, since you guys haven't got to see the lake yet. Yeah. Scotty in here? Hi, Scotty. Yeah, isn't that a beautiful lake? You want to see something real pretty? Rebecca, I don't know if you're in here, and I'm going to show you something real pretty. Hi. You're just kidding. Rebecca said I was funny. I have to get where I can see that screen, or I can't visit with you. Very nice. I'm sure you're talking about my space. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the dam. I can read the camera better this way. It's hard to read in the sunlight. Working on a baby blanket. Alright, well, you missed getting to see my face. Well, lucky you, I still got it. Very nice. Well, I don't mean to be boring. I just get to the zone place on this, listen to this water on the dam coming over it. Man, it's just so nice. So nice. Howdy ho, Rainies. Yeah, she got on to me the other day because I got up to grab it and didn't come see them. But I had my granddaughter and my grandson and my daughter with me, and I was kind of more with them, even though I was driving. They wanted me to take them up there, and we did. We got to go up and see all that. But I'll come again. Rainies, we're going to be on the Friday of Okie Expo. Y'all may not be coming to Okie Expo. But on that Friday, it's going to get loud again, guys. I apologize, but all these motorcycles, they're fixing to take off. Kind of cool. I don't mind showing them take off. Cool. See a buzzard up in the sky. See him circling over. That buzzard. That's what would be if I had a motorcycle. They'd be circling me. Because I would die. I don't want to die. So I stay off of motorcycles. Scotty, what you doing, buddy? Seemed like I was telling y'all a story. I remember what it was. There they go. Rocking and rolling down the road. Sunshine's kind of bright there. I bet that's not fun for y'all to see, is it? There's that cloud. It's not a cloud. Must just be the rays of the sun. Alright, we'll go back this way. Y'all can see lake. There we go. Gotta get just where I can see it. All new clothes for the trip. Well, I'm glad you're getting clothes for the trip. We'd hate for you to come to Oklahoma naked. It's against the law here, Scotty. You gotta wear clothes. Wear clothes. New clothes. That's cool. Are you getting a Gillum shirt? A Paul Case shirt? A Wild Huckabee hat? Man, that would be cool clothes. You'd be styling if you had those. I'd say a Duncan Family Farm shirt, but there's not very many of those in existence. All right, Paul Case, we'll see you later. I'm gonna get off here before long too. I don't have cow duty today, but I do need to study my sermon, but I'm gonna be on here a little bit more. I'm gonna make an hour. I'll get off here in about 8 minutes. 8.5. No, yeah, 7 minutes. I'll get off here in 7 minutes. Y'all hang with me 7 minutes, those that can. Good to see you, Paul. Omar. Oh, well, I get mine, what you're saying. I buy mine in tarp size. I went past all the X's and now I'm in 5x7, 8x10s, 10x12s, you know, tarp sizes. That's where I do most of my shopping for shirts in the Potbelly section. They got a good selection in there. Shirts that are just right. I bet you're not big as me, buddy. Omar the tent maker. Man, oh man. Omar. Isn't that a name? Scotty, I look forward to meeting you in person, man. I'll be at 10 Killer for sure on Sunday. For sure on Sunday. We're coming. That's our plan, is to come on Sunday. I may or may not make it on Saturday. Friday I'm out. Friday I've got to go to Baptist Home for Girls Fish Fry in Madill, Oklahoma, which is way south. And then Saturday is the Central Arkansas homestead thing, and I really would like to go to that. And I'm leaning towards doing that, and then coming into 10 Killer on Sunday, which I know I'll miss some people if I do that, but that's probably my plan, probably. Anyhow, but I hope that you're still there on Sunday, because I'd sure like to see you. Let's get down here where I can read this. 20 out of 34. Congratulations, Paul. That's good. 6 is my size. Oh, 5X. Oh, I thought 6. Well, see, your next size up, then you go into tarp sizes. So you're not in 5x7s yet. I'm gonna have calves too. I got 2 coming, good Lord willing. They're both pre-checked, and August, September. That's when mine are due. Oh no, Rebecca, I'm gonna miss your surprise. I'll get to hear about it on Sunday then. Yeah, you do. Name that bull Lone Cross. Hint, hint, hint. I tell you what, if I get a bull, I'm gonna sell it. I'll probably make a steer out of it and sell that rascal, whichever one makes the most money. All I want on my farm is heifers. That's what I told the vet whenever he did the Craig check. I said, is it a boy or a girl? Which of course they can't tell, and especially when they're just blobs and little bitty. But anyways, he said, it's a girl. He said, I'm 50-50 shot of being right. And but anyhow, hopefully it'll be a girl. If it's not a little heifer baby, then we will trade out and get a heifer baby. That's what we want. I missed that. Is somebody going live, Robbie? I don't want to get on top of somebody. My phone just beeped. I think that's a good idea. It's a good name for it, Lone Cross. Lone Cross Scotty the bull. My bull's name is Ace. We do ours alphabetically, so Lone Cross would be a few bulls down the road. I figure my bull's good for a few years yet. Of course, we just got him. But at some point, we'll trade him. The next one will be a B name. I don't know what it'll be yet. It's kind of not my department. My department is getting them and picking out the one I want. And my wife helps with that too. But then the girls choose the names. I did suggest Ace, but it went through all the process. And when they come back, they did like Ace. So that's how we ended up with Ace. Ace the bull. Happy day, happy day. Man, I got 8 thumbs up. That's cool, guys. That's cool. Thank y'all for doing that. I appreciate those that have stayed with me for this. I'm not getting off just yet. I'm gonna make a full hour. I like about a minute and 20 seconds or so. And I'm gonna shut it down. But in the meantime, here we are. Robbers Cave State Park. Man, you can rent cabins. You can come hang out here. You can hike the rocks. You can fish the lake. There's actually a bigger lake even on up the road. It's tied to this lake. I think they're considered different lakes. It's beautiful here. Like I said, they do have a restaurant. They've got tennis court, basketball courts, all that on the other side of the restaurant. There's a little museum. I mean, what's in there, I ain't been in there in years, but used to be rocks and animals and talking about the area, nature of this area. That's what it used to be. It's so close to home for me. It's not something to go in. Probably should go in. When I was a boy, we used to go in there and get rock candy. Remember rock candy? Way back in the day. I sure enjoyed that. Having some rock candy right now, wouldn't that be nice? Well, look there, I made an hour. And so, good name for a bull. I'm a troublemaker. All right. And that whistle stopped. Well, I'll go. Apparently he's doing an interview. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I may watch some of that. I've got to work on my sermon. I need to always prep before I go in and preach another one. I've got to preach at 6, so I'll do that. Thank y'all for being on my live. I appreciate it. I am going to go ahead and get off here. I'm just over an hour. I appreciate Robbie, Scotty, Rebecca, Paul, the Rainies. Man, I'm sure probably missing a bunch. There were several that popped in and popped out. There's 5 here now. I don't know who all 5 of them are, but thank you for being here, watching my live. Just a pop-up live because I could, and I was at a pretty place. And so, well, thank you, Scotty. Thank you. I'm going to. I know what I'm preaching about already. I got the sermon, but anyways, y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see some of you on some lives later on. I'll probably pop in maybe on the tail end of Robbie's, maybe not. I'll probably catch a little bit of Donald and Lisa's there, maybe a little bit of theirs before I get off. And then Farm to Table, I should be able to watch them as I drive home. So anyhow, well, thank you, Rebecca. It is pretty. What about the foreground? I mean, the background is good and all, but I mean, you know, here I am. I'm just kidding. Hey, we'll see you guys all soon. Talk to you on the internet, and hope to see some of you soon at Teen Killer. Bye-bye. God bless. Bye-bye.